Welcome to the Tippie podcast. We got a special guest this afternoon. Who my guest is, my dog?
Pompano Puff.
Pompano Puff, what it do?
What's going on, brother?
Pompano Puff.
What's going on, brother?
That's off the chain name. How did you get that name, Pompano Puff? Break it down to us.
It was ridiculous role. Me and him real tight. I helped him get over at DollazNDealz.
Mm-hmm.
And every day I'll call him, he'll call me with a different name. You know, I'm from Cyprus, so he'll be like CB County Combs, and you know, he'll just play with the word. He'll just play because I look up the Puff Daddy a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And one day he was like, "Yo, Pompano Puff," and I was like, "Man, that sounds pretty cool." I was like
that one,
"Yeah," I was like, "I like that one." He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You think I should change my name to that, my producer name?"
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Hell yeah, why not?" So like, it's Ro, the one that really got me my name, because
so
he just.
time, what your name was?
Huh?
What your name was before?
I was going by Uncle Steve because I was I had like a new niece and nephew at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to give like shout outs to Uncle Luke, Uncle Al. I wanted to keep the uncle thing going because I wanted to like go in that realm of like being like not just a producer but a nigga to get the shit started, the party stuff. You know how Uncle Al and Uncle Luke, I wanted to keep that going, but you know, I think Pompano Puff was really more suitable to me. If Puff Daddy was from Pompano, you know, he would be me. He would act like me, you feel me?
Okay then. So let's bring it down. Let's take it on bite, though. How did you get into music? Like growing up, like did you play band in school? Let us know.
Nah, I was just a connoisseur of music. We would just listen to music all the time.
What kind of music did you listen to growing up?
I'm gonna say everything, and I truly mean everything, from hip hop, R&B, rock and roll. You feel me? Alternative. I used to listen to everything. You know, of course, you got the hip hop shit. You know, Outkast, Getty Mob, Cash Money. I'm from Pompano, so you know, Cash Money is in our DNA. You know, Mysticals, Bone Thugs and Harmony, T.I.'s, the Rick Rosses, Jeezys. You know, also listen to NERD. You know, Blink 182, Green Day, Good Charlotte. You know, all types of music. I literally listen to all types of music because that's what, you know, I was around, you know. I was one of the kids that like hang out with the black kids, and I go hang out with the white kids too.
Okay, then diverse.
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
And let us know though, like, but were you ever interested in doing music?
I was always interested in doing music. I mean,
artist too, not just producing music.
As an artist, probably not. I always just looked at Puff Daddy and wanted to do what he was doing.
What Puff Daddy was doing? Because
it just looked like he was having fun. I was like, yo, this nigga's in like every video. He's speaking on the mic. He's in the tub with a bitch drinking Moet in another nigga video. You feel me? So I just like, yo, I want to do what he do. And then, you know, as you get older, you start doing research. You understand what they're doing. Okay. And it's like, yeah, that looks like something I want to be interested in.
So growing up, while other people was looking at Big, you like, I want to be who's in charge of Big.
Yeah, I want to see. What that nigga do. Then
what he's doing.
You see JD, Jermaine Dupri, like, yo, what he do? You feel? Why he always in every video? You feel me?
Okay,
so shit like that. It was then, you know, the Neptunes came along, Pharrell, Manny Fresh came along, and it's like, oh, these are niggas that's like, they're in front, but like they're really behind all the time, you know, making the beats and, you know, making things go. You feel me? That was something that I was like really interested in.
So when did making the beat become involved with you? Like when did you like, you know, I'm about to start getting into making beats? Because when you find out what they do,
yeah.
So when did you say start researching? What did you say? I'm gonna start trying to.
I think when Kanye West came out and he had them soul samples, and I was like, yo, I have to make beats now. So I think.
What was it about Kanye that made you say that?
It was just you know how them soul samples made you feel. That Blueprint drop, them soul samples was just like, yo, what the fuck is this? And like, I was like, all right, let me figure it out. I didn't figure it out till I went off to college. But you know, at that moment, that was the path. Like I gotta make beats, bro. Like I gotta make beats. I know what to do now. I know what it is now. Right, I know what it is now. I gotta make these beats, bro.
So now you say you end up going to college. So what happened in college that made you start knowing what's really going on?
I went to college to play football, and they just had music programs, and I was just like, let me go see what's up with the music program. And they had like a production class where everybody had their own computer, their own keyboard, and the teachers were teaching us how to use the programs and shit like that. And I got into it, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. You feel me? So that's how it was from there. Just like searching. I was always in search of. Yeah.
Okay, so now you're going in. So let me know when you start feeling like I could do this for a living.
I said I want to do this for a living. After I left college, you know, I dropped out of college. I was like, fuck this shit.
Man, why you end up dropping out for?
Playing football. They, you know, I ain't embarrassed. I was at a D2 at University of North Alabama, and then like they took my scholarship for the next year. So it's like, yo, you're gonna have to start paying. And I was like, nah, I ain't paying for school. I know school is a jug. So I was like, nah, I'm straight. I'll go back home and figure it out. You feel me? Okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a music producer. And the beats were terrible at first, but I knew I was gonna like.
It was terrible.
You know, when you play for people, nobody was fucking with it. Nobody was fucking with it. Like a lot of the guests that you had on the show, like I was going to the studio with them and playing beats, and they were just like, nah. It was just like, I'm talking about a lot of people that came on this show, they just was not fucking with my beats. But it's not I don't look at it like a bad thing. It was more of a learning experience because I knew I really ain't got no teachers in this. I got a long way to go.
Facts.
So it's just like I was ready for the embarrassment. I was ready for the no's, the letdowns. I was ready for all. I was prepared for all that because I know that's what comes with the game. But you know, if you keep knocking at it, if you keep going at it, something gonna eventually pop off. You know what I'm saying?
Was there any time you wanted to give up?
All the time. If you don't feel like giving up, you ain't going hard enough. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get up every day and you going hard. Yeah, this shit hard. And the niggas just not fucking with you. Like, then you're questioning, like, damn, am I good?
Okay, then.
But then the next day, you know, you got that. Again, I'm from the know you. You got like, man, fuck them niggas, man. Them niggas don't know what the fuck. You feel me? Them niggas don't know what good music is.
They don't know good music beats,
yeah, you feel me? Like, fuck them niggas. Them niggas don't know what, like, I listen to too much music to let these niggas tell me that I'm not good. Fuck y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, it's a battle in your mind every day. Like, nah, should I? But then like, man, fuck them niggas. Them niggas, they ain't. You feel me?
They just don't know yet.
They just don't know yet. And they don't. I've seen it time and time again. You just don't know yet. You feel me?
Yeah. So like, what was that first beat you dropped? You could say, damn, they starting to get around. What's local artist you know you dropped to some? People were starting. We don't want to speed through nothing. Let's take it slow by slow now.
I want to shout the Smoot and Ro, because they were like, Ro was one of my biggest supporters, because Ro would like find a beat. Like I would send Ro like 40 beats, and he'll like find one to record on
every time,
because like he just admired how hard I was going. Like every time he'll tell me come to the studio, I'm coming. Every time he'll call me, I pick up. Like he was just like, yo, this nigga is like going really hard. Let me find a beat.
Yeah,
and
at least out of
all the I'm gonna find one to rap on. And then Smoot actually rapped on one on his mixtape, Green Tea and Weed.
Oh, that was that Green Tea.
He had a song called Been So Long that I produced, and that was like my first like taste of like, okay, these niggas fucking with it, you know, because we were the same age group, and the way the music was going was like, yeah, I was fitting in right then and there, but it still was kind of like, niggas don't get it what I'm trying to do, because I like hit records. I'm more of a hit record guy. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Did you know back then you was a hit record guy?
Yeah, because all the music that I like was like the hit records. Like on the Juvenile album, my favorite records are 400 Degrees.
Oh, so basically whatever.
And Ghetto Children.
Yeah.
Like those move the crowds more than like Welcome to the Know Ya or something else. You feel me? I just always gravitated to the shit that moves the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, the process was I got to figure out how to make it hit. That's it. You feel me? I know I want to make it hit. You just got to figure out how to make it hit record or whatnot.
So at that time, did you feel like making a hit was just like the beat, or you need a certain artist too though? Both. Okay.
You got to make it easy. You got to make the playground easy for the artist. You got to make it to where like, oh, but the artist has to be, you know, locked in, and he has to know, okay, this is what I can do with this. You know what I'm saying? You can help him be like, yo, if you say this like that, or come on it like this, you feel me? But it's more like it's a both thing, because ain't no hit record beats. There's always words on it. You know, you need a nigga words on it. So it's both. You feel me? It's both. But I just knew that I know good talent. I know great talent. And if I get my beats to the great talent, it's gonna walk. You feel me?
So now we working with, you know, Smooth the Madman, you know, Ridiculous Road. So now what's going on? What was next?
I was stagnant. Like I said, every artist that was local that I tried to work with just didn't fuck with it.
I know Tippie don't know, so you could let us know some artists. You ain't got to, but
I'm gonna tell you, most of them was on this show already. Okay. I'm gonna tell you that most of them was, but it's not, again, it's not a bad thing, because if you're not good, because I play sports, if you're not, I play receiver. If you're not catching the ball, we're not gonna put you in the game.
Facts.
So, nigga, if you don't like, if the beats ain't good, nigga, I'm not gonna rap on it. That's how I look at it. So it's just like, I knew I had to get better, and the information in Broward at that time wasn't there. It wasn't that much niggas rapping, wasn't that much niggas making music. It was just like AD, Busta Free. It was just only a couple. It was only a couple niggas on the music tip, and I understood that, like, yo, I gotta go get better. So I was like, man, you know what? Fuck these niggas. I finna move to LA. Get a record, get a placement with a big artist, and come back and be the man. And so I moved out to LA, and I set out to do that. Cali. I ended up moving to LA because I played junior college football in LA.
Oh, so you've been?
I've been over there. Went to a university, came back, and I was like, I'm finna go back and learn the music.
You already
industry.
Know some stuff.
I already know. I finna go learn that shit, and then I finna come back and, like, people gonna respect me as a music producer, and like, fuck with it. You feel me? At least I can go in with confidence and play a beat for a nigga, and if they don't like it, I'm gonna just be like, you just don't like it. It means I suck.
So what you feel like you learned while you went to LA real quick? When you moved up there, what you learned in LA?
Man, I learned the industry. I just, certain things that you
couldn't learn down here, basically.
At that time, the industry wasn't down here.
Yeah,
at that time it was only Ace Hood. Yeah, at that time.
Facts.
So I went there, and I interned for a producer named Sham Sakpase Joseph. He from Lauderdale.
He stay in LA though.
Yeah, he produced Man Down for Rihanna. He produced on Watch the Throne. He produced for J-Lo. So he was already an older, well-established producer.
But what made you so smart to say, I'm finna go work for this guy for free? Because most people don't even know about it. That's really important to go.
You gotta. Puff Daddy always say, bro, you gotta be around the information. Like, if you're not around the information, you're not doing nothing. Like, you gotta, and if you gotta work for free just to be around the information, nigga, if you don't make it, that's on you, because you around the information. So Sham used to, like, be on phone calls with, like, Kanye manager and Lil Wayne manager. He used to put it on speaker and let you hear how these boys talk. People used to come in for meetings, and he used to let me sit in the meetings and let me see how a meeting would go.
Real nigga.
Yeah, shout out to Sham. Sham used to, like, he just used to let me watch how an album will get made. You feel me? And he would just show me shit. He wouldn't really tell me shit, but me being the smart nigga I am, I just be like, okay, at least he let me hear. I gotta do something with it. So I would pick up some of his habits from, like, the stuff that I like. I would pick up some of that and go with that shit. You feel me?
Facts.
Yeah.
And how long you end up staying over there?
Almost 9-10 years. You feel me? I've been there.
You say you almost got caught up there, stuck. Huh? You almost got caught up there then.
I'm always back and forth. Okay. Like, I will always be back and forth. The people that know me, they'll know when I'm in town, but I'm always back and forth working, and I was always back and forth. Still back and forth, but I'm more down here now.
Break it down to what's the difference between LA and Florida?
There's two sides of LA. You got the industry side and you got the regular side, and when I say regular side, people who from LA, the black people of LA, those are, like, wonderful black people from LA. Most of the friends I got from LA, whether they neutral, blood or Crip, they just really good people to me. Cause in LA, if you give respect, you gonna get it back.
Okay.
Cause they just like us. They too much don't like disrespect. As long as you ain't disrespecting the nigga and fucking up they vibe, they gonna vibe. Okay. But you got the industry side where it's just like, it's the industry. Anywhere where there's a lot of money being made, you're gonna get fake people. You're gonna get real people. You're gonna get people that are gonna stab you in the back, cut your throat. It's just like the streets. It's a lot of money being made over there. So it's people gatekeeping shit. It's people that's holding shit in.
What can you say? Being you, like, from experience, what you learned, even though you back and forth. What kind of stuff you learn from being in the industry? Because most people don't get a chance to be in the industry like how you.
I learned that they don't like niggas from Florida like that. Nah. Yeah, I learned this. We're very outspoken people, and we don't take no shit. And, like, if we see some wrongdoing, we'll talk on it. and we have whatever your personality is that fills up a room, whether you're a laid back nigga or whether you are a boisterous, outgoing nigga. If you walk into a room, they're gonna be like, damn, who the fuck is that? Because they feel your presence is different from everybody else, and they feel that you're not taken into what they do.
Yeah,
this my vibe. I'm here to do what I gotta do, but I'm still on my vibe. And you know, I learned how to be fake in LA. I learned how to people call it being political, and that's what they call it, but I'm gonna keep it real. I just learned how to be fake. I learned how to, you know, be more business minded, I guess people will call it. You know, not to be so emotional all the time, because I'm out there by myself and I'm also becoming a man. You feel me? So it's just like you're learning not to be so emotional, learning how to deal with people from different you know, something that you wouldn't do, they're doing it. You shouldn't get mad at them instantly. You know, sit down and just reach out and talk and have a conversation with them, and not just be so quick to violence or aggression. You feel me? I just learned the industry and just how to conduct business and be, you know, more suitable for the industry in that realm. You feel me? I'm still me, but these things that you gotta learn not to, you know, fuck your money up sometimes. You feel? And it takes a long time being a nigga like me. It took a long time.
So break it down to us. When, like, you feel me? So now you're doing your thing. When, like, what other artists you started working with, where you started to feel like I'm getting love? I'm really starting to see, okay, this could work.
So I was working with Sham, and Sham was like, "Yo, we working with T.I." Yeah.
Which T.I.?
T.I.P. Coming live from the VIP.
Okay then.
So I got production credit on T.I. verse featuring Chris Brown private show.
You got what?
Production credit.
No.
Yeah, it's production credit.
What that mean right there?
Like you did you did production on it.
What you did?
You can hear my voice on the Take It Off Chick Bend Over Let Me See. You can hear my voice on it and shit like that.
What you saying on that?
Take It Off Chick Bend Over Let Me See It. And they also sample Pimp C, so I'll Pimp C's voice over my voice for that shit. Then I work with Nicki Minaj. I got a production.
You work with Nicki Minaj?
Yeah, I work with Nicki Minaj.
What you did with Nicki Minaj? Break it down. You know,
I co-produced Win Again for Nicki Minaj.
How did that come about?
So again, because I eventually was an intern. I eventually got signed to Sham.
He like your work.
Yeah, he liked my work ethic. I eventually got signed to Sham, and he was like, "Yo, you know, Nicki had like a writing camp, and we had our own room, and you know, we was working, just making beats for Nicki, and it was actually a beat I made months prior, because Sham was like, yo, we work with Beyonce.
Damn.
So I made a beat for Beyonce, but I was like, I want this for Beyonce. I didn't make it. I was like, I want this for Beyonce.
You see Beyonce on this beat.
Yeah. And then Sham like heard it. He was like, nah, this is for Nicki. So, you know, he took it, you know, added his sauce 1, 2. And then, you know, we went in to go meet with Nicki, and we played us a couple beats, and she picked that one, and then she recorded to it, and yeah, the rest was history. Win Again. It's like one of her favorite tracks. You know, she performs it a lot. You know, it was on ESPN and shit like that. You know.
Oh man, so how did let me know this shit start changing?
So while we was doing the Nicki shit, I flew back home, and there's this little. This is kid from the projects blowing up called Kodak Black.
He said this kid from the project called Kodak Black.
Yeah, Kodak's blowing up.
He's blowing up.
Fourth quarter's out. I see it on WorldStar, and I call my brother, and I'm like, "Yo, is this the kid?"
The video?
Yeah, the video.
I mean, you heard late because that video came late.
Yeah, it did. You know, I mean, when you in LA, sometimes you feel me. But that was one of the things. And then you doing Nicki Minaj. Yeah, but still, I still make an effort to hear. If I have to stay from my city, I have to stay deep because I understand. I know that something finna sizzle from where we from. So I call my brother Beijing. I'm like, yo, is this the kid that used to be with, you know, God bless the dead, my other brother Lou Scott PURP. I was like, is that him? He was like, yeah. And I was like, damn, I got to get to him. You know what I'm saying? So I fly back down, and I call IB. IB's my cousin, and I know IB's around AD, and I'm like, yo, can you get me a session with Kodak? I'm trying to get it with Kodak. And he like, yeah, it's taking time. I've been down here for like 3 days now. I haven't got into it. So we go to Club Volt, and I think Young Thug is performing or some shit like that. And I go into the bathroom, and Kodak's in the bathroom. And I'm like, yo, you don't remember me? I'm PURP, little brother. And he like, yeah. I'm like, yo, I got a hit for you. AD gonna fuck your career up. I'm just talking shit, cause you know I talk shit. I'm like, man, AD, I got a hit for you. AD gonna fuck your career up, nigga. I got a hit for you, nigga. I have no hit record for him, bro. I'm just talking shit to get in the studio. And he like, all right. The next one,
just like that.
Yeah, that's my nigga though. He like, all right, that. So like the next morning, AD calls me. He's like, 8 o'clock, such and such. Here's the address. Be there and make records, right?
Oh. I'm
I'm like, yeah. Before we hang up, he was like, yo, what that shit you said in the bathroom?
No.
I was like, yo, I fuck with AD though, cause like he checked me on that shit that I like. I'm not afraid of confrontation, so I like that he was like, I finna fuck his career up. I'm like, nigga, I make beats. I work with Nicki, but like I got records. You feel me? He was like, all right, we'll see. So the next day we come to the studio, and Yak comes in, and I'm playing beats. I'm trying to make a beat. It's not working. So AD's like, just play beats.
So you trying to make something from scratch?
I'm trying to make something from scratch, but it's just not working.
Yeah. What are you saying? What you mean it's not working? You ain't feeling it? Or
I'm not feeling it. Yak not feeling it. AD not feeling it.
Hey, okay.
AD like, man, just play beats.
Like it was pressure?
I think it was some pressure, because I talked myself up so much. Yeah. I'm like, shit, if I don't make it, I'm fucked. So I talked myself up so much. AD's like, man, just play beats. So I'm going through beats, I'm going through folders, and to this day, Yak will run through 1,000 of your beats. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. So I get into a folder that I really don't care for. I'm playing beats. The comes on. I go to the next one. AD's like, wait. Go back. So I play it, and it's the Skrilla beat.
The Skrilla beat.
I'm not supposed to play. I didn't want to play this beat for him.
Why you ain't want to play the Skrilla
I didn't think
beat?
it was good.
Was it called Skrilla yet?
No, it wasn't called Skrilla.
What you called it?
I forgot.
You don't
I
get your
totally
beat's name?
forgot. Yeah, I get my beat's names, but I totally forgot what that beat was. But again, it was something that I didn't think about. Like, I'm gonna play this for such and such. It was just a beat. So I co-produced it with the dude that I used to be signed to, Sham Sakpase Joseph, who worked with Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z, Kanye, Rihanna. I co-produced it with him. I wasn't supposed to play it. I didn't too much care for it. AD was like, yo,
that's the one.
Go do this.
Right there?
Right then and there. So I get up, AD goes to the back room. I go talk to AD, because I always wanted to have like this conversation with AD, like a heartfelt, like, because growing up, I used to hear shit about AD, and I used to be like, that sounds like something I would do. But people used to be like hating on AD. Like, man, fuck AD, he told me no. And I was like, yeah, I would have told you no too if you'd asked me some dumb shit like that. You feel me? So I was like, AD sound like a nigga like me. So we're having a full conversation in the back, and he's talking about my brother. He's talking about, Koly. He's talking about Dirty and all, how everything went down. And I go back in the room like 15 minutes. I was like, hold on, 15 minutes go by. I go back in the room, and Kodak's recording another song. So I'm like, yo, you don't like the song? He's like, nah, I like it.
It's finished already.
He's like, it's finished. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. So he plays it, and I hear it. I'm like, okay, this is the Skrilla in the club. Okay, so I go back to LA. No, we do like 2 other songs that night
too. What song y'all end up doing?
2 other songs that
Tippie toes. They know.
Don't come. I don't know. They don't come out. Every time I'm in the studio, Kodak. Listen, Kodak is a workaholic. For anybody that wants to know his success, the nigga works. The nigga will eat 6, 7, 8 songs up in one night, and he's not perfecting it. It's just, yo, I'm a recording artist, so I'm going to record. So that's what he does. He just records music. So it's not like, yo, this is the one. Nah, I'm record a song, next song, record a song, next song.
Yeah.
And he's a studio rat. So we record like 2 more songs. I bang it. I'm in LA. Like a week later, AD calls me, yo, my boy, I think you got one. And I was like, what?
Call you up.
I was like, what you mean? I got. He's like, that's the record. And I was like, okay. And
but what you ain't ask him why y'all said that's the one?
He just, I don't ask, because this is the first time for all of us. Well, for me eventually, and Kodak. And
what you mean for you too? But you had songs with.
but it's not. Those aren't hit records. I mean, those are records, but it's just like I'm working for. Regardless of who I work with, it's always special to work with a nigga from Pompano that's the whole world loves. And at this time, Kodak isn't Kodak Black at this time. You feel me? So I think he gets locked up, and like they had to release the album when he gets locked up, and I think the video came out. I don't know something, but I think he got locked up, and once he got locked up, that's when that shit just went crazy, and I'm like, whoa. And like the same, so I'm telling people in LA about Kodak, they like, Once Drake posts him, my phone blows up as if I'm Kodak. I'm like, yo, what the I've been told y'all niggas about this, you feel me? And yeah, that's the story of Skrilla. That's how Skrilla came about.
So that's how Skrilla came around with Kodak, but let us know how you made Skrilla though.
I was on Adderall. I was early on Adderall. I don't fuck with Adderall no more. I was on Adderall.
That time you were trying to get in your vibe.
Sham, he's a workaholic, and he told me stories how he got on Watch the Throne, how he made man down. He was like, I ain't sleep. He's like, Steve, I ain't sleep. I used to fall asleep in the chair, wake back up, make beats. I was just making beats. And anytime you're a music producer, you go through a season where you just make beats. You ain't cutting no records, you just making beats. So I'm trying to keep up with these niggas. These niggas already got Rolexes, these niggas already got Porsche trucks, you know, G-Wagons. These niggas already got plaques. I'm just a nigga from Pompano trying to
make it.
So I'm shit. Let me get I remember playing football, I used to take Adderall, so I like, let me get on Adderall and be focused and stay up. And that's how he made it. He had the sound, he played the sounds, I added the drums, and it was the rest was a rap.
Okay then.
The rest was a rap, and then you just go out, and that was my first time going out by myself, getting to a session, booking a session by myself after being signed to him and showing him what I can do. And he, after he seen all that came to fruition, he was like, damn, you really know what you're doing. Because I told him that, yo, this nigga's going to be big.
How much Skrilla sold?
I don't know, bro.
You never go check out? You'll never check on
I just spend the money, bro.
Okay, then. You like, hey, I don't care how much you say. I just
spend the money, bro.
It's a rumor you did some stuff for Ross, too.
Nah, I work with Ross. I've been in the studio with Ross. Me and Ross, like, have like a okay relationship. I send him clothes.
When you work with Ross, what does that
I've been in the studio with him. You don't know. I'm not making the album because I didn't get no phone call. But he jumped on one of the beats and stuff like that.
Ross jump on one of your beats.
Yeah. I'm a really good music producer.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm telling you, like, yeah, I'm a really good music producer.
When did you realize the confidence was like that? Man, I'm a real good. When did you feel like you had that confidence? Like
I think the Skrilla, because like I don't want to sound too like prophetic about like, but it's just like, yo, he's younger than all of y'all, but he gets it. Like he's the thing that I knew we can produce out of Broward County. Like this nigga, he's a street nigga, project baby, but he's like a poet. He's like he's like a philosopher. He's like, he's a poet. And like he's explaining to the rest of the world how we get down. And I always knew we can produce that, but it was just timing. And for him to be 10 years younger than me, it was like, okay, maybe I was ahead of my time, and the younger niggas are really gonna catch my vibe. And that's what happened. And it was almost like I told you so type shit. Like I knew what I was doing. I knew I can, and it happened. And it was just, it synced up with the right artist. Again, it was a beat that I made because I was in the zone of just working. And I linked up with an artist who's in his zone because he's just working. And the gods aligned with AD and everybody. And Skrilla came, and that's a special record. When I walk in the G5, the office, from Tootsie's to motherfucking Booby Trap, Skrilla gets played.
Facts.
Pump or no
pump, I got a problem though. What do you say when they say, I want a Skrilla beat?
I tell them you wouldn't like that beat if I played it for you.
I know they come at you.
Yeah. I tell them you wouldn't like that beat if I played it for you by yourself. You gotta make that like that.
So you feel like even though you made that, but you feel like y'all both coming together made it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you could be a good football coach, but it lays on the players to execute the plays. I can make you 100 beats, bro. It's on you to make that record. And if you're not in the zone, you're not gonna make that record. Yak was in the zone. Yak always in the zone. He's a studio junkie. He stays in the studio, and it's just like, if you're not in, I can make you same drum pattern, everything. You're not gonna do that because your mind ain't there.
Facts.
And I don't try to make the same record twice. I'm not doing that. So yeah, it's on you.
So let us know when y'all gonna double back again and drop another.
We already did. We doubled back a bunch of times. I was in the studio last week. I'm always working with Yak. It all depends on when he wants to release records. I made the song KKK with Koly featuring Kodak. I made that. I made TikTok. He got a song called TikTok. Kodak got a song called TikTok. That's that I produced. There's a song on TikTok right now that's blowing up. Kodak, I produced that. They call it Love and War on TikTok, but that's going crazy on TikTok right now. I have records with Yak. I have a lot of unreleased records with Yak. He's somebody that, I love working with. Me and him got like a relationship, so yeah, I'm always working with Yak, and he's always working. And he's one of those niggas. He'll call me 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Come through, yeah, bro, I come through. And I just finna come through. He had a really great relationship with my brother, obviously, because he made the song PURP. And, I try to just keep that going. I just try to keep that thing going because I know he would want that, his little brother and his, little nigga he used to hang out with, they bonding and going well together. And me and him have that understanding, and it's just like, yeah,
Okay, then. And let us know. And what about for the Koleons? Did you produce for the Koleons?
I didn't. So the Koleons, I'm not gonna lie, you want to be they was one of the niggas that's like, nah, still we don't like these beats. Dirty.
So probably at that time to be. What about 31,000? Cause he all over with it.
Well, at that time when it was Koleons, Dirty was like, I don't like this shit, Steve. Dirty gonna speak. Like, I don't like this shit, Steve. I don't like this shit. And again, it was just like it was. I didn't hear it like that. I heard it like, yo, I got to get better. So I never took that side of the game personal. Okay. So I couldn't get to work with the Koleons. But Koly P, me and him, me and him talk and text and DM each other, and I'll be in Atlanta, and we gonna really lock in. Last time we was in the studio, it was like I think too much people in there. But I think when I'm gonna go to Atlanta, we gonna really really lock in and get some things. You
brought everybody with you, or Koly, bro?
He had a lot of people with.
Like when you deal with artists, you like to have like by themselves, or when they like.
I want them to be their most comfortable. So if it takes 20 of your niggas to be in the studio for you to be comfortable to make that record, go ahead. I'm a people person. I know how to talk to people, so I'm not
network anyway.
Yeah, I'm not scared to I'm the same person in any room. What if I'm hanging out with a whole bunch of thugs? I'm hanging out with a whole bunch of backpack rappers, a whole bunch of whatever. I'm the same person, so I can make it work. But I think it just wasn't working that night. So I was just like, hey, we'll yeah, because it was my brother that was really pushing the Koleons at that time. So that's something that I want to get again. Get on. Working with Koleon.
And so let's know what part did he do for the Koleon? Like he was doing networking and all that.
He was he was behind the scenes. The man with the money and the plan and pushing things and just really yeah, he was one that was pushing the Koleons for the most part. That beat him with a hanger, all that shit. I was around for it, but there was.
You was around for that song, beat him with a hanger.
I was around for all of that.
Man, so were you shocked how hot that got?
What happened?
Were you shocked how hot that song got?
No, the energy. I think he had just jumped out of jail or prison, and his energy was just very hungry.
Okay, but who started like this whole so it's because his name Mike. We like
Mike Lee.
Yeah, so we like
Koly.
Yeah, how it's like a whole movie. Like it was like they came like a sequel.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
So my brother was
like they had it planned.
My brother was, he was a drug lord. He was him in Pompano. My brother was the #1 man in Pompano.
So Smoke was a Koleon too, baby.
Huh?
Everybody was Koleon.
Yeah, everybody was Koleon. My brother Pooh, all them boys. They just it was something real. And like I said, anytime there's something real, there's a story that's gonna come out of that. And Mike and Dirty were just the stories that came out of seeing that real shit. You feel me? Rest in peace to Alex. Alex was there too. them boy Wayne Head, people call him Wayne Head, but they was getting money, doing things, having Beamers, going to parties. You know, they was really putting on for the city, and you know, them boys they as Dirty and Koly was too, and they was doing their thing, and you got no choice. If your niggas turning up, you gotta go to the studio and turn up too. You feel me? So I was around, I would see it, I would hear it, you know, but I was just trapped in my room at that time, just trying to get these beats off, because I know that, hey, I'm gonna join the party one day too, guys. That's the type of nigga I am. But I gotta come prepared. I gotta make sure that, you know, my shit is, you know, my shit's in order, because I know my sound will be a little different, because I'm just listen to a lot of different shit, you know.
Like, were you in Cali when Koly came on the streets, been waiting on me?
No, I was here.
You was here?
I was here. I ain't go to Cali I ain't go to LA till like 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about that time? The beat was still crazy up to Koly still? Was Skrilla out? Skrilla was out by then?
Skrilla was not out. Skrilla ain't dropped till 2014, 15 maybe. Yeah, Skrilla wasn't out. After a while, I just, you know, again, like I went in my shell and I knew I had to get better. So, you know, after a while, I stopped trying to get beats over, and I just, you know, and after my brother died, everybody kind of like scattered, and you know, it was just, I was. So
like, how did you find that, you know, that strength to get back? Cause it seemed like that's he had a big deal.
My brother.
Yeah, like that's who, like, that was the, you feel me?
He was, you know, me and my other brothers, he wasn't the oldest, but he was the leader. So we took on his personality. I take on his personality a lot, to where like you just gotta grind. I done seen that nigga grind, and you gotta go. And you know, being Haitian, like death isn't the end. So if he's, you know, he dies, you know, he's still his spirit is still gonna put something to be around. Okay, and that's when I see Kodak. When I see Kodak, I see my brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I just feel like that's another synergy that we worked around to push it, to keep it going, you know, basically. So death isn't the end, so you just got to keep pushing. You just got to keep pushing. It wasn't, you know, you shed a tear, you go to the funeral, you always think about him. That's why I got these shirts. And let's talk about that closing line you started. Yeah, the Northwest.
Let us know how that came about.
It would just be being in LA and missing like the hate, you know, just missing around, being around a bunch of Haitians, miss being around the culture. So I was just like, yo, I'm gonna just get some T-shirts and make like some Haitian shirts or whatnot. But then I start messing with like images, putting the white over it, and somebody's like, yo, this is hard. Who's that? You know? And I was like, well, he was like the first one to like put the hand in the mouth and show his, you know, his diamonds, all of his teeth, you know, and that is a Broward thing. And I was like, I'm representing where I'm from, because people really love that picture. And I said, fuck the idea of the Haitian shit. Let me just put these images on these shirts and sell it like that, and just make it a brand, you know. Very debonair, and you know, really nice. I'm a really well dressed nigga, so you know, I can, you know, help people get fly from time to time, you know. Start off with the graphic tees, and we'll get, you know, go to other things, you know.
Okay then. And for the people, I know I done had you long enough, and let us know what else you want to let them know before we get out of here too, though.
Whatever you want, whatever questions you got for me.
Tippie want to know what you working on. I already know we got the closing line. You know, what's the name of the closing line?
Northwest, the Northwest.
And if the people want to get it, how can we?
You can head to the Instagram, the Nord_West. West is spelled OUEST. Or you can go the Northwest, TheNordOuest.com, the Northwest, and grab your stuff. About to do a pop-up shop next month. In Broward.
How that came about? Give us
some details. Pop-up shop. We still figuring out the details, but I'm slated to do it next month in Broward, somewhere in Broward. I will do it though. I just, like I said, I've been in the studio crazy. I'm always working with artists. I'm about to get in with Big Fredo. I mean, with Cot. Yeah, I love Big Fredo. I love Big Fredo's energy.
Like I'm super child.
Yeah, I love
what y'all about to work on?
I don't know. Me and him have similar tastes.
That's crazy. Y'all two gonna get together.
Yeah, we got, because He got real talent, and we already did a song with him before. I had sampled CHEEZY. I had sampled the CHEEZY record for him.
He likes sample beats too. Right?
So and I like the sample music.
You like
I like the sample music. Yeah, I like the sample music. So it's gonna be fun working with Fredo. Yeah. It will have good kick because he's like
gonna enjoy you being around.
He seems like a playful nigga like I am. Just like you feel me? So yeah, I'm in with Fredo, Kazi. Of course, Ridiculous Roll always. Yeah, I'm down here working with all the artists that I can't work with, and plus some, just I'm constantly working, always working, and cause I've been in the industry, you can't never say what's about to come at, cause I done seen niggas get paid for a record that never came out. So I don't know. Whenever they want to release something, they'll release it, and then you'll see produced by Pompano Puff on it.
Do you mind about that? They pay you. Do you care if it come out on that? If you get paid?
If I get paid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually want the record to come out?
I want the record to come out because it's an opportunity to make more money. But it's more money. It's more marketing for you. You worked on this album, such and such, especially if the album is successful or the single is successful. But I'm gonna work. I like to work. I'm a workaholic, so we just gonna keep working, and we don't even once it comes out, I just on to the next one. Try not to think about it. I don't like to try not to dwell on shit.
And for the people that want to follow you, though, Puff, how can they follow you?
Pompano Puff, Instagram at Pompano Puff, Twitter at Pompano Puff. Those are the two I got right now. TikTok at Pompano Puff, I guess. Yeah, that's what I got for you right now.
And the last question they wanted me to ask you, is it gonna be a Ridiculous Roll full produced by you?
I'm gonna claim it and say yes because we are overdue for something. Yeah, I'm going to claim it and say yes. It's eventually going to happen.
Okay, then.
Yes, it's eventually going to. I'm going to make him do it. Yes.
And what you said to the people that said that's like the J. Cole, even though my dog said he been not before J. Cole.
Yeah.
What you say to the people that said like the J. Cole of Broward County?
He's not the J. Cole of Broward County.
Oh.
Nah, he's not. He's better.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. A street nigga still would listen to Ro. Like a Project Hood nigga. And I'm not disrespecting J. Cole at all. But I don't hear too much Project Hood niggas listening to J. Cole like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we're a different breed of people from Broward, and whether you a street nigga or not, you still got, if you street adjacent, street niggas still gonna listen to you. Just like me, like I wasn't in the streets, but I was around it, and niggas still respected it because I stood on who I am. And it took time, but eventually they got it. They seen it. They was like, okay, I see who you are.
Fact.
Yeah.
And what else you want to let the people know before we get out of here? And that bag, that's for me, right?
Yeah, that whole bag for you.
I'm all weak with it. I'm all weak with it.
Love your bitches, man. Stop being so hard on your bitches.
And tip of toes. Y'all know what it was. Pompano Puff. Skrilla. In the club, bopping with my niggas. Kodak Black. Okay then.
Right.
History in the making.
Right.
You feel me? Let them know how can they follow one more time, my dog.
At Pompano Puff at Instagram, at Pompano Puff on Twitter, at Pompano Puff on TikTok. Shout out to Tippie for this.
Okay then.
Pleasure being here.
We appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you having me.
You still have me turning up in the club with your man. You feel me?
Yeah, we got more to come though. God willing, me and Yak got more to come, and me and other artists got more to come. Fredo, get at me, nigga.
Okay then. Fredo, stop tying up now. You already know. Till next time, Tippie Podcast. Y'all know what it is. Glizzy.
Yeah.
Okay then.